Hey guys, this is Josh here with Trillium Wild Edibles, and today I wanted to show you a short little video on how to harvest and cook garlic mustard shoots. Now, a lot of people know of eating the garlic mustard leaves, like you can see these very large leaves here. However, some may not be aware that the young shoots, as they're bolting, like you can see this one here, you can see these young little buds. These are actually the flower buds that are starting to develop on garlic mustard. Now, what this means for us as a forager is it means that the stem of this part of the plant is going to be very good vegetable. Now, as you can see here, the main stem of garlic mustard on this one shoot, or this one stem that's bolting out of this taproot, is very thick in comparison to the leaves. And a good thing is, like asparagus, they don't shrink very much. Now, something else you may be able to notice, if you look really close at any garlic mustard plant, you're going to notice, especially the older the taproot or the older the plant, you're going to notice more tops than one. On this plant in particular, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we have 7 tops, maybe even 8 altogether. It looks like there's another one right underneath this guy right here. Okay, so once we found the top that we want to gather, or the shoot that we want to gather, we just simply want to follow it down from the top. You want to treat it somewhat like you would asparagus. Essentially find where it breaks cleanly. Okay, well that broke really cleanly right there. There we go. As we look down the stem of this garlic mustard, you may be able to notice these fine little hairs. Now, one thing that I've noticed is that wherever the hairs start on the garlic mustard stem is generally where it starts to get very tough and generally doesn't want to break very cleanly. So I'm going to grab below the stem. See how I'm struggling here and this isn't coming off very easily. Whereas if I go above the hairs on the stem, it just plucks itself right off of there. Absolutely no problem. Alright, now here you can see what we've gathered just off of this one stem. This is one stem off of that plant that has 7 to 8 stems. So you can gather a whole lot of these very, very quickly. Okay, now that we're inside, just go ahead and simply get a pan of water on the stove. Get it at least enough to cover the garlic mustard shoots, and then get it up to boiling. You just want to pull off any leaf that isn't at the top, like you can see here on these leaves. These are going to be the perfect kinds of leaves that you want to leave on. The rest of them can go ahead and be pulled off because the stems are going to be kind of tough and fibrous-y. Did you guys notice this long stem, this long string that's coming off of this stem? So you can see just how large and luscious these leaves really are. So these would be very hearty added to a sandwich or even a soup as well. Okay, now somewhat similar to asparagus, generally the bottom lower inch of the garlic mustard shoots are going to be somewhat tough and fibrous-y, and they're not going to cook fully. So what we want to do is we can either leave them on and eat it from the top down, or we can guesstimate by just cutting off approximately an inch, just by simply lining them all up like that. Now, there is one that I missed. As you can see here, I got this guy that I missed. As you can see here, I had this guy that I missed. So, I'm just simply going to pull him down and then give him a nice gentle cut. Okay, now that our water is boiling, we just simply want to put our garlic mustard shoots inside the water. Once we've got them in the boiling water, let them cook for anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes, and then they will be perfectly tender. There's going to be a couple ways that you can test that, and I'll show you guys that here in a few minutes when these are about ready to check to see if they're done. You want to test them similar to what you would noodles. So find the thickest shoot that you possibly can. Take the fork up against the side of the pan and then take a press, just very gently. Okay, that one almost cut, but not quite. So we've got just a few more minutes left, and then we'll be done. Okay, now that it's been 7 minutes exactly, let's go ahead and take another check. Okay, these are absolutely done by now. These took just a few minutes less than normal, but that's what you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to check them as they're cooking, so that way you don't overcook them. Alright, and then once they're done, all you simply have to do is just take them out of the water, and you don't even need to use a strainer for these. I just simply use a fork and then pull them right out of the boiling water. There are a lot of different things you can do with these. Some people might be apt to put butter over top of them. However, I find personally, if they need anything, just a dash of salt and a dash of garlic, and that's it. You might want to add some pepper or paprika or any seasoning that you love the flavor of, but just add a dash. They don't really need anything. They come perfect, in my personal opinion, as they are. Now, what's really nice about this liquid that's left is it's very, very delicious, and it's very nutritious. This makes an awesome broth. It's packed full of proteins, it's packed full of calcium, and it's also got a lot of trace minerals. It's got some amino acids in it, so this is very, very delicious. This makes a very awesome soup broth. I absolutely love using this stuff as a soup broth. Okay, now that we've stored our broth and our garlic mustard shoots are done and seasoned up, let's go ahead and give them a taste. Mix them around a little bit in the seasoning. Excellent. No toughness, no fibrousness. We got it all. Just about 1 inch, sometimes 1.5 inch. Sometimes 1.5 inch. I apologize for that. Oh. Man. Those are excellent. So there you guys go. There's a really quick, easy, down and dirty way to cook garlic mustard shoots. Now these would go excellent in any soup. They would also go really good on the side of any dish that you want to cook, or any entree even. This is really quick. This is really down and dirty. However, it should give you guys a really good idea on how to cook these and enjoy them in your normal everyday diet. So I thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned just a little bit of something. And if you want to learn more about edible or medicinal plants, make sure to subscribe.